What's going on, everyone? Juice Bags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. Happy New Year's Eve, y'all. 2023 is almost out of here, and this will be the last video of the year. And it is Sunday, so it is time for another Sunday chill build. Today we have head on into Chaos 10 Molten Citadel, and it's all about getting some of those clusters. Now, for today, we are going to be using the Werewolf Commander with Accumulator Hardened Defense Rate, Juggernaut Automation, and Rebounding Strike. We're going to throw some Gargoyles in just for a little flavor. The main thing here is that Napalm Gargoyle Shard. And then we're going to use some trees and Nimbus. So the tree doesn't matter. It's just going to be there for the Nimbus today. And on the old Nimbus, we've got Defense Rate, Anti-Melee, and Anti-Chaos with Destruction, Mass Destruction, and Fleeting Nature. Let's go and get things started here. Now, first things first, we're bringing the old Werewolf Commanders in just because I absolutely love these things. Use the wall of your choice. In fact, if you use the Squire's Training Dummy, that allows you to get 2 more Nimbus in, which is kind of a big deal, you know what I'm saying? But I love me some werewolves, so that is what I am going with. We're going to give them a little reflect beam action because, you know, werewolves do not like it when people go pew at them from over there. And then we're going to get our gargoyles in. Now, these gargoyles are here 100% just to ignite enemies and to kill siege rollers. That is their only purpose. So with that in mind, if you plan on playing the game and not just sitting here staring at it, just don't put the gargoyles in. Get a bunch more Nimbus down instead. And yeah, go kill those rollers and Dragonlords yourself. So they are 100% fully there just for automation. Now we're going to go ahead and switch on over to our lovely Dryad. And all we're going to have left is enough DU for 5 Nimbus. So we're just going to slap the tree anywhere and come down to about right there. And let's see, is it 5? Yeah, we're actually going to have 20 DU left over, it looks like. So we've got our boost star down, we got our destructive pylon down, and we've got a buff beam down. Of course, we get that extra mana on this map, so we're going to spam that on in just to the Nimbus here. Let's pop back on our lovely, lovely hunter and go find our spot. This is where I normally AFK this map at, but, you know, I'm not going to do that for a video. But that's my spot. I kind of like it. It's quite comfortable. But let's come upstairs and see what is going on through this map as it runs here. We get a decent view from up top here. The Nimbus are just absolute powerhouses, y'all. Now, of course, Chaos 10, it's a walls plus anything else situation. The Nimbus being anything else, and boy, you just can't go wrong with using the Nimbus as your anything else, as it's just plain good. But yeah, everything's getting shredded up. You see, my little pet is even getting it from way up here. Getting a little action in there. Let's see, over there, getting a little bit of pressure up on the lane, but nothing to be alarmed about. Now we will check out, you know, we'll check out the aftermath and see how much damage these walls take, not just throughout the wave, but throughout the entire run. And, you know, automation, of course, is the superhero there. The automation shard has got so much utility into it, but its base function, of course, is healing walls, and that is what it is going to be doing here, and it should keep these werewolves good and topped up. I think he can get over onto this. Let's see. Oh, fail jump for the loss. Let's try that again. When you're too busy parkouring while the map is running. Or fail jumping, I should say. No actual parkour involved. You gonna make it? There we go, we made it. That's a pretty good view over here, too. But flyers come in. The Nimbus, of course, handles them, so no problem there. We're just going to G through this one here and not going to bother going around and spending any of the mana or anything else. Let's just let it fly here. And once you get those first upgrades in, right just from the build phase prior to wave 1 with the additional mana, you really don't need to do anything else. Now, obviously, if you went and upgraded, the build's going to be even stronger. That is for sure. I'm hoping we get a Siege Roller on this one. Now, the Siege Rollers, you know, these gargoyles, of course, are not boosted, not buffed. So it's not going to be like a Siege Roller one-shot. It's going to take a minute or two to get through. Not even that long, but it'll take a while to get through a Siege Roller. But that is 100% why those gargoyles are there. So you see, like, that one just came off of a stun. Cyborg stunning them just doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't impact the results of the match at all. Because by the time the Siege Rollers come out, or Drakenlords come out, the Cyborgs are long gone. Same thing with Frost Orcs. Now, in Chaos 10, we don't get enough Frost Orcs. Although there are Frost Orcs there, there's just not enough of them there to really hinder your lane's operation at all. You see we got an Ogre over there getting all slappy on my doggo. We don't want that, but, you know, doggo strong, so he should be all right. But yeah, like you see, I think the heaviest group of the Frost Orcs was like maybe 3 at a time. And that's just not going to be enough to completely shut anything down. So the Gargoyle's still going to get shots off, still going to get the Ignite out there, still going to remove Drakenlord shields, and still going to do all the things. So once again, if you're playing and you're not planning on AFKing and you're playing actively, this build is 4-player viable, by the way, though, fully AFK. However, if you are playing actively, just, you know, it's an easy decision. We got 20 DU left over now. You can get rid of those gargoyles, place down a couple more Nimbus, and then have a little bit of change left over to maybe do something else. But the Nimbus is really the powerhouse of the operation here. There's just no doubt about it. It is a steamroller. So let's just go ahead and spam it up once again and get this next wave rolling here. Come on, Siege Rollers, where you at? Where are you at? The Chief did go up there and get all slappy. Now, we're not using any anti-heal or anything, but, you know, that would be an awesome addition, too. Like in this type of situation, anti-heal on the Reflect Beam would be absolutely incredible. But we're just not using anti-heal at all. It's not super, super necessary in a lot of cases throughout the game. And then, you know, doing the walls plus anything else build, it's just not required at all. Seems like that werewolf over there is getting the most play. Wonder what his health looks like. I think it's probably pretty good shape. But he's definitely been getting slapped this whole time. But assuming he's able to heal through it. Got a lot of stuff going on that lane, though, that's for sure. He hasn't started blinking yellow on the mini-map, so I'm assuming his health is just fine. Comes another Chieftain rolling up in the middle lane. He got owned, though. The middle lane has the best reach for the Nimbus, of course, so it just gets hammered. Absolutely hammered. Got another big push coming over at that side now, but it's all thinning out just as quick as it's making it up there to the wall. So looking pretty solid. Looking pretty solid. Let's take a look. Oh, I'm kind of stuck behind an invisible wall up here now. See, am I going to be at... There we go. There we go. We got out of there. Let's see. What does this guy's health look like? Completely full. So yeah, even with all that action, still completely full health. This guy is actually the lowest guy. That's the deal with automation, is with all that action, the werewolf is getting lots of shots, With the werewolf taking lots of shots, it's healing through lots of damage. You see, you know, it just barely takes any damage and then instantly heals back up to full. We got us some Malthius here. Malthius is probably the worst boss to get, just because it's slowing things down. But you see the gargoyles are slowly but surely, they're whittling it down out there. Malthius is just going to do his thing, though, and just sit there until eventually meets his demise. Let's just go ahead and G it up once more. Let this fly. We'll get another look from this side of the map. Pretty smooth sailing, though. You can use the Nimbus. The Nimbus is just strong, you know? Does it have derpy AI? Yeah, its AI is a little derpy. But it is enough of a powerhouse now where it just will still mop the floor. It just gets the job done. So versatile, so many ways to use it. With its ability to go through walls and its massive range and everything else. Just probably one of the most useful defenses in the entire game. It's just very, very diverse, can do tons and tons of the content. Here we go. We got a siege roller. So this map will go, or this wave will go a little slow, but I want to see exactly how long it takes those gargoyles to get through a siege roller. Of course, the siege roller's got to get here first, and it does take that little guy a while. That little Gobu is just pedaling inside that thing, and you know, it's creeping. It is creeping. But as soon as the siege roller passes the gargoyle and starts going up the stair, is when all the damage should be taking place. Oh, and look at that. We got a cyborg right as we get the siege roller. Shouldn't be a huge deal. Homie wants to shoot rockets at me now. That ain't right. So we got to wait for our cyborg or our gargoyle to come unstunned here. Actually, you know, are they out of range? They're out of range, it feels like. Let me look. Yeah, they are. So the answer there is the gargoyles have got to move down here at the base of the stair. They can't be up there on the rail like that. That's how I was hoping to use them. But you see now the siege roller's got some chunks coming out of his health. And the gargoyle is able to do something. I'm going to have to move those gargoyles up all the way across the board. Of course, now the siege roller is getting healed by the chieftain. I'm not going to touch that thing. I am not going to touch it. So, as soon as the lane dies off, the gargoyle should be able to get through it. I mean, it's the last mob now, right? So definitely not doing big boy damage to it, but the gargoyles are doing damage. So that was a bit of a fail there. These gargoyles have to move up here because they're out of range. Now, of course, I'm not buffing them, and I've got 0 range on those gargoyles. So that's part of the problem. If we were going with a gargoyle build, we would have them on, you know, we'd have a range pylon going on them and diffusion even. But there we go. Let's move. We got to moved into a little better position now. Do we have another siege roller? No, we got a Drakenlord though. So we'll get the Drakenlord experience here for wave number 5. Let's just go ahead and let it roll. And we'll get back on up here to the balcony seating and check it out. So the Drakenlord is going to be coming in that middle lane. We'll get a real good look at him. And the Drakenlord will just be an easy clap because the gargoyle at night is just going to deal with that guy. Just going to deal with him. Pretty solid, though. Definitely pretty solid. Here comes the Drakenlord now. The range on this pet is absurd. All right, and then you see Drakenlord bubble down. Sorry, a little mic slap there. Drakenlord's bubbles down. It's just going to get melted now. Yeah, Drakenlord just easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And that one's out of here. So, I mean, the map is pretty much done. You know? This is not necessarily the map that I would go to farm clusters, without question. But it is an option to you. Of course, these chill builds, they're usually on the same maps. Just because, you know, the best farm spots are the best farm spots. However, a little diversity is always nice. So I wanted to show off a few different builds on a few different maps with this little Sunday Chiller series. Now, you know, the Nimbus is just strong, y'all. It's just a good defense. You can use it for AP resets. You can use it for just grinding. I mean, just so many solid options on the Nimbus. And, man, it just gets all over the place. Flyers, no problem. Here comes a Quibs. Let's see if Quibbly will be able to do any damage to our boy here with those big range bombs here. Does not look like it. Really no damage at all. So we got the Slakelion is all that's left. That one will be GG's as well. And let's take a look at the damage. So we got, what? Just shy of full health. What is that? 326,000. So we're what? 3,500 and change health down on that werewolf. This werewolf is at full health. That werewolf is at full health. So good stuff. You don't have to use werewolves, of course. The go-to for most players is the Squire's training dummy with automation on it. It just has a massive healing return with that crazy fast attack rate that it has going. So another solid choice. I just like the doggos. They're beast, and I wants to use them. But that will do it for now. Thanks an absolute ton for watching. Once again, Happy New Year's, everybody, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.